Alright everybody, I'm going to try and keep this short. I'm finishing up my week at Crackers Comedy Club in downtown Indianapolis. I was headlining all week, and the second show last night Friday was very drunk people, and the second show tonight Saturday was a lot of drunk people too. Long story short, Sean Parker, MMA fighter, was in my audience from Indianapolis. He's sitting on, like, to my right. The room is very shallow, and there's people just on the right and the left side. And so I keep blinking. My eyes are real tired. So towards the end of my show, I'm wrapping it up. Some guy at a table, which I dubbed the 8 Mile table earlier in my show because there were like a bunch of white guys dressed like they'd seen one too many NWA videos, and they're from Indiana, and they really wanted to be gangsters or something. One guy from that table keeps calling me faggot. And I'm sorry if anybody's insulted by the word faggot. You're going to hear a lot in this video. So he keeps calling me faggot. And I was laughing about it, and I was making jokes about it to the audience, and they were laughing because I'm like, alright sir, fucking faggot. And I was like, does anybody ever really get offended anymore when some drunk guy calls them a faggot? Are they just like, oh my god, did he just call me a faggot? You know what I mean? Like, it's just a drunk guy, it's just a piece of shit, right? So he keeps calling it to me so much, I finally said, you know what sir, I get it. I'm a faggot, and I know I am because you called me one. Can you just please explain to me why I am, though? You know what I mean? I know I am because you said it, but why? Is it because of the way I'm dressed, the way I look, the way I walk, the way I talk? What is it? And he goes, the way you fucking dressed, faggot. And I was like, okay, yeah. I go, I see what you're saying because I'm totally fucking a guy in these clothes right now. And then he just kept calling me faggot, faggot, and I finally just lost it. And I'm ripping into the guy so hard. I can't remember everything I said, but I was like, won't you... I'm sorry if they fucking canceled your BET where you live, or just because you fucked your sister doesn't make you a gang member. I was saying all this shit that was funny at the time, and you kept calling queer and faggot. And I was like, you have a thesaurus that just says faggot and queer, and a picture of your dad fucking your uncle, like all this comedy club bullshit. But everybody's cheering for me, and this guy's pissed off. They start to kick him out, and this whole group's getting kicked out. The Sean Parker guy, mixed martial arts guy, who's in the audience, his promoter's there, and his promoter's chick was drunk as shit the whole night too, but she was just kind of like drunk and annoying, not drunk and calling me faggot. And so she gets up to defend my honor because their table really liked me, and she gets up to start a fight with the chicks from the 8 Mile group, and and then her husband tries to pull her back. And then she sneaks out somehow, the way drunk girls are slippery, and they get in there. She starts a big fight, a brawl breaks out. I feel really bad. I want to apologize to the manager, Josh, at Crackers. He got, I think, his finger broken, he got hit on the head with a bottle. Sean Parker's promoter got hit in the head with a bottle. And, I don't know, this shit was just very funny. And I think that guy started getting real upset with me and calling me faggot a lot early on was because... at one point I said, you know what's really sad is if this guy dies, nobody would care. And everybody laughed. So you know that everybody in the room agreed with me. That just gives you an idea of how big a douchebag this guy was. Anyways, I wish somebody taped it so that could be online and not me just explaining it to you guys. And then you going, whatever, sounds whatever. And I said, I went out to Sean Parker and his phone and everything. I was like, yo man, I heard you got hit in the head with a bottle. I'm sorry the fight broke out or whatever. And he was like, hey man, don't worry about it. It's not my first rodeo. Which I thought was funny. It's a very funny thing to say, especially to a guy like me who's from California and thinks anything with any expression with the word rodeo in it is funny. Also, I did not get off stage. I want everyone to know, even after the brawl broke out, much like when the brawl broke out in Tampa, Florida. I don't know if you guys know that story, but I did not leave the stage. I just stayed on stage, and even when the lights came on and everybody was getting up and everything, I said, hey guys, what's the deal with airplane food? And then I asked them if they all enjoyed my big closer. And the crowd was awesome, except for those people, obviously. The crowd was awesome. They're all coming up to me as I was on stage, shaking my hand, telling me what a fun time it was. Thank you, Indianapolis, for a very fun time. I'm sorry a brawl broke out last night. It was not my intention. I'm sorry for everyone that got hit in the head with a bottle. But it's all basically because I'm a faggot.